I've missed you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Hi. So we're streaming live on Twitch right now.
Hi,
Oh,
live
hi,
on Twitch
Twitch.
right now.
This is
Hi.
Steve Bloom and Mary Elizabeth McGlynn.
Hi,
Oh,
Twitch.
hi.
We're hanging out. We're also recording, so it'll go up also later, maybe edited. So thank you for joining us. We are at the live streaming pavilion at the Project-Nerd Pavilion, and sponsored and powered by Phineas Coffee, coffee for gamers.
Thank you, Phineas Coffee.
Phineas
I
Coffee.
want to taste some.
Order online.
Do we have some Phineas
We
Coffee?
actually don't.
What?
I know. I
gone.
know. I wanted to, but it's very good coffee if you have the chance to check it out.
Well,
never
I'm
know.
not, I'm not
apparently we
just
will
saying.
never
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
tell
not
them
just
why
saying.
we
We're
didn't
just
gonna
bring
have to
any,
use our
'cause he has
imaginations.
it all.
I
That's why.
have a personal stash that I didn't want to share,
That's honest.
so
Fair.
Okay.
That's honest.
I didn't bring it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, why are you thumbs up at me, Dale? What do you need?
That we're good to go.
I've been going. I haven't stopped since we got here on Friday. So thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
I have had the pleasure of talking to you both like all day today. I'm joined here. This is Josh.
Hi,
Hey,
Josh.
Josh.
Nice to meet you.
I'm also on Project Nerd. I'm part of Sexy Nerd Science, one of the podcasts there as well. So.
Yeah.
Sexy something.
Sexy
nerd
nerd
science.
science.
Sexy nerd science.
All things sexy, nerdy, and sciencey.
Those are three of my favorite things. So
That's why we named it that.
Yeah, that's
we knew
amazing.
it was coming, and we were just like, hey,
sexy nerd science.
Sexy
That's
nerd
like our whole
science.
life.
we've got an engineer, a physicist, a nerd, all just arguing pretty much for an hour.
That's amazing.
When we heard you guys were coming here, we stopped doing our podcast, and we're like, nope, we got to come over here and do this
Wow,
instead. So
amazing.
top priority for you guys.
Well, thank you.
I'm a big Avatar fan, so
Ah.
when I was like, Amon's going to be here,
Good.
cool.
I shall take away your bending before this is over.
I love it.
Yes.
And then I'm also a huge Star Wars fan, and I just heard that you got inducted into the 501st
I
honorary.
did. Look,
Yes.
I'm an honorary 501st.
That
oh
is
my gosh.
awesome for Governor Orenda Price.
For Governor Price, yes. Long live the Empire, down with rebel scum.
Empire, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I love that.
We
Rebel
could just have them just
scum.
do that the whole time.
I would. So you know what? I'm going to spoil it right now. On Sexy Nerd Science, when we were going to do our podcast, and because Dale doesn't already have his thing, we have a thing called Nerd Battle. So blindly, Dale picks a team and I pick a team in a scenario to who's going to win. We had a space battle and a land battle, and I was going to pick the Galactic Empire, with Thrawn leading the way
Yes.
on both the ground and the air, because I don't need anything more than the Empire to crush whoever Dale picks.
Yes.
Wow.
That's true. Dale, who would you pick in a sci-fi battle
Between space and land,
between space and land? He's still okay. Well,
he still doesn't know.
all
It's
right,
okay.
that's
I
fine.
mean,
uh,
we were going to record the podcast, and he was just going to come up with one on the fly. So I knew I was going to win anyways. But
So any sci-fi ever, who is like your go-to? Let's take out the Galactic Empire because they've already been picked.
All right.
So who would like be your next like the most powerful space force? Do you think?
Space Force.
Space Force.
Maybe not that one.
I'd say the aliens and aliens.
Oh
They're
God,
pretty good.
yes.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, they know what they're
Yeah.
doing.
Pretty good.
The bugs from Starship Troopers.
that's a
Okay.
good one, too.
Yeah.
So the aliens, I don't know how
Bugs.
organized they are. That would be
They're very organized, actually.
Yes?
And they're very intelligent. All
I-
you need is a strong alien queen.
That's right.
And they obey all of her commands. So, somebody
It's-
fart?
Excuse me.
I think
Yeah.
someone made a.
Did somebody just
Is
have
that like
a-
someone's ringtone?
Somebody
Like,
have
who's
some.
doing this?
Somebody have some Phineas coffee and it moved through them
It's the most embarrassing.
Phineas,
because
I'm
we
sorry.
don't know what Phineas coffee tastes like. Please let us know what it tastes like.
Yeah.
It's real good. It's so.
Is
okay,
it?
If
I am
only
gonna
we
explain
had
it.
some right
If
now.
only we had
I'm
some.
sorry. Okay.
Yeah, thanks for bringing it up.
Mm.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
really high end, like good coffee.
Sure, I'm sure it is.
Yeah. That
In
must
your
be for the high-end
mind.
guests. Apparently. We're not
Yes,
the high-end
we're not the
guests.
high-end
so.
guests.
I just didn't.
We
Yeah.
rolled out the black couches for this. I mean,
yeah,
that's,
you
Yeah.
brought out the
this is
good
what-
Naga hide. We are
That's-
impressed with that.
We just
That's what
farted on
everyone-
it, so
Yeah,
it's.
Naga, I know.
And we will continue to fart for the rest of this.
Yeah.
Perfect. Josh, do you have any questions for
This is hilarious.
what?
You don't hear this? We're being punked right now.
We're being punked.
Yep, with fart noises.
Well, I hear that. Yeah, I'm trying to move on.
So what you were gonna ask? This is what happens when we have talented actors on.
We
here.
didn't do the first
We
one.
didn't do the first one.
No.
Tasha's over here like freaking out. She's about to take everyone's phones away and stuff.
We trolled you.
We didn't do
punked
that
you.
first one, though. That wasn't ours.
No, we didn't do the first one. I'm thinking of someone in the second row.
We're
I'm
just
thinking
joining
so,
the
too.
symphony.
Like, don't involve me in this. How did I get roped into this farting thing?
So Phineas,
I'm
what was the
playing
question
lead
for me? I'm sorry, I
trombone.
was
Oh, we had a
listening to
question.
parts.
We're in an
do you
interview
have
right now.
something
Yeah.
that you would like to?
To ask you a question?
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna dive deeper into the space bugs and the aliens.
That's hard.
but
Okay.
Ask us something we know.
Ask you something
She knows.
you know.
She knows that. I don't.
Oh, I know aliens.
Do you guys know what an ion is?
I got my eye on you. I got my eye.
Now
We're
we're-
talking the science stuff.
That was
now?
my science question. Yeah, just
An ion.
I
It's
know
a-
that there are negative
it's
and
a-
positive ones.
It's a particle.
When you go to the
isn't
beach,
it?
you feel better because of them.
both those are true statements.
Yes.
So it's an atom that is either
It's
gained
an
or
atom.
lost an electron.
Yes.
Ah.
Becomes ionized.
Yeah.
They told us there was going to be no science or math. in this
Did they
interview,
tell you
so,
that?
What
yeah.
did- oh, so I should probably.
That's
what did
1/3
they
of my
tell you?
podcast.
No, they didn't tell us anything. They
Okay,
said,
perfect.
You guys
Said,
are going to sit
Do
down
you
on the
guys
couch
want
and
to go
talk to
fart on a
somebody.
couch? And we
Yeah.
said yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's-
perfect.
We do that at
best
home.
thing
That's
ever.
actually how we've sold this entire brand.
Yes.
So
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
why you
It's
would
going
never,
awfully well.
ever, you go into a house or a rental and they're just like, it's furnished. And I'm like, I'm not sitting on somebody else's couch because I know what I do on my couch. So there's not a chance I would ever buy anything.
There's science in that.
We
There's
start
lots of
every
bacteria
con
and-
lysoling the couches.
Yeah.
That
That's
is
smart.
every convention. Yep.
Yes.
and create a new species out of that. That'll be their space
Superbugs,
force.
yeah.
Right
that's
there.
The superbug.
God.
Yeah.
The
No,
couch
thank
fart.
you.
How did this devolve into this? This is supposed to be.
This is
This is a fun podcast.
This is what
how
you
it
do.
works.
Yeah.
This is your podcast.
this is just how we do
This is
things.
the thing.
So how are you guys liking Ocon 5 here?
Loving it.
Is that where we are?
This
Yeah.
is the
Oh.
fifth Ocon.
It's
yes.
good. It's
It's
good.
wonderful. Everybody here is so nice.
It's quaint. It's a small town con. I think quaint is the best word for that.
It's
I love
cool. Yeah, it's nice. Well, it's nice also that it's not so busy that we can spend time and talk to people and look them in the eye. And some cons are just so crazy we don't have that kind of time, and they're so
Yeah.
noisy you can't hear anything anyway, even if you did. So
And we appreciate you guys being here in this intimate situation with a small crowd of people and being on the couches. So
Yeah.
I think that's something that you can't really get this experience almost anywhere else. And
I started my career on a couch.
Trust me, we run the cycle on those jokes.
so
too,
it's like
so.
full
All that.
circle for us.
Yes.
it
So
would only be
what-
full circle if we ended his career on a couch. So let's not do that. Don't say anything you don't want on the internet.
So what has been your sort of favorite moment of Ocon so far?
Getting inducted into as an honorary member of the 501st. I mean, it's really
I-
hard to beat.
I'm so lucky that I got to
It's-
witness that happening, like
was-
just by chance. Like that was awesome.
That was really, really, really incredible because we've met people from the 501st all over the world, and I can't believe I'm evil enough to be a part of it. I'm so lucky.
I knew it.
Yes.
That's why
Yeah.
we're together.
No, it was great. And then my also favorite is meeting the littles. I love meeting little kids.
The corgis are pretty fun
The
too.
corgis
Yeah.
are great.
Yeah, they're pretty amazing.
Just wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow's the corgi panel,
corgi
right?
parade,
yeah,
right?
tomorrow, and you can
Yeah.
just go in there and just get face licked and everything by all the corgis.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
my favorite thing. Like, there's no better way to start a Sunday at a con than a coffee and then just go play with a bunch of
coffee
corgis.
and a
Getting your
corgi.
face
That's
licked by corgis.
A cruller and a corgi.
Yeah. I tried to reenact the experience with her this morning, but me licking her face just doesn't have the same
Yeah.
effect.
Yeah, it
I
does.
shed less, though, so that's good.
No, you don't.
Next question.
Next question.
Okay, it's kind of hard to follow that up, but I'll do what I can. So have you been to Omaha Ocon before this year?
Not this one, no.
I was just at NebraskaCon back in November.
Okay.
And had an amazing time. Amazing time. Met so many wonderful people. A lot of critters from Critical Role. So that was great. They had this massive meetup and everybody was cosplaying and it was so much fun. So
I've seen a
Yeah.
lot of Critical Role cosplay.
I have too.
this weekend. And it's kind of exciting for
Yeah.
me. So
Yeah.
huge fan of the
So-
show.
They tell me that I was at Anime NebraskaCon in 2011.
That's
So
a
I think
long
that's the
time
last time
ago.
I was up in this area.
I don't blame you. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding. I'm
yeah.
kidding.
Whoa.
I grew up here. I can say that.
NibCon's pretty nice though.
You
Like,
got
I
some
mean-
good steak here.
Oh,
my
boy.
goodness.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, Binions blew our brain apart last night. And not only with the steak, but they have this hash brown thing, like the legendary. It was like anything that says legendary on a menu, you have to order,
Takes
right?
Tub O hash browns that you get to
And
eat with
butter.
your steak. It's amazing. We don't have that.
It's
The
back
so
home.
Reuben
Yeah.
and just good steak is what Nebraska should be known for, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
it's pretty
take
great.
it.
I've, as someone who's been around the country.
Have you been around?
I have been around.
Round,
Yeah.
round.
Ste-
He gets
steak
around.
is just less good other places.
Yeah.
Sorry, like there's no way around it. And my lovely wife over here, hiding behind the
Hi,
corner.
lovely wife.
My wife.
She comes from a family of cattle ranchers.
Oh.
So
wow.
we.
So you're my hookup for a cow when I want one, right?
I mean,
Yes.
yeah. Like if you. Yeah. I gotta-
So good.
yeah.
Wow.
So.
Yes.
That's what I want. Like
I'm
want
a
a
real
cow
snob
person
when
that
it
I can
comes
just
I want a
that
cow
kind of stuff.
freezer.
Yeah, like,
that's what we're
hey.
gonna do that in the future. Is we're just gonna have a freezer. And
It's so much more
Yeah.
like economically feasible to just buy a whole cow and then get it all
Yeah.
butchered up, take it all home, and you're just like, now I have steak for a week or so.
Yeah, I just
A week? You can
I
eat a whole
love it.
cow in a week?
Don't test me.
I was like, we've had the same beef in our freezer for a while now.
Oh man, I would make a steak every day. Like I've gotten really into, I don't know why, like the reverse sear steak. I bought like a cast iron skillet and got it nice, like olive oil, burn each side, and then throw it in the oven for like 5 minutes, and
Yeah.
just nice. It's the best way to cook meat, and I actually got the way to cook it by watching Letterkenny on TV, and they were joking around about
Yeah.
using a grill to. He's like, oh, it's gonna come out drier than a fart if you use a grill, and I was
not
like,
if you
he's like,
coat it in butter.
I know, but oh man,
That's
pan-seared
key.
steak is
sear it hot.
my new favorite way to eat steak now.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
good.
So,
I'm a griller myself, so.
what's your
Give it a
favorite
try.
cut? How about we just go through and talk
Yeah,
about our favorite
let's talk
cut
about
of
steak.
For me, filet 100%, and then ribeye is a very close second. But yeah,
I think my favorite overall is New York, but then I have to have a ribeye once in a while, and once in a while I have to have a filet. But New York wins if it's a really good one.
What about you? Yeah.
So, growing up,
God, this makes
Broke.
me so hungry.
the most like fancy steak I would get is a sirloin.
Top sirloin.
Yeah. And so like that's what I'm like.
Those
that's
are
what I
fine.
think of.
You
Right.
cook those up right. You're
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
golden, yeah.
Yeah.
good.
And so like that was like peak steak for me. And then like the first time I had prime rib, I was probably like 16,
oh yeah,
and I was like, oh, this is amazing.
yeah.
And then I lived in a tiny town in Nebraska, a town called Red Cloud. It's like 900 people, and it's where Willa Cather's from, if anyone gives a crap. And and they had prime rib like every Thursday at this, like the one restaurant in town, and it was just like every time it was like
You have to
oh,
get it with the
God.
Yorkshire pudding, and horseradish and everything
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
And
And it was amazing. So,
yeah,
but yeah, generally, like if I'm like I'm gonna make myself a steak, I'll just get a giant sirloin and
yeah.
grill that.
I do. I mean, a nice cowboy cut ribeye is probably my
Yeah.
favorite.
That's pretty
I-
amazing.
I had a tomahawk cut thinking that it would be really good, and then I just realized that like I'm paying a lot of money for a really nice cut of meat, but most of it's bone.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just a waste of money for that.
Yeah,
But
that's
Yeah.
where most of the weight is.
I would have to say like the best tasting steak I ever had was like a Wagyu beef from like a high-end place, but it ruined me for steak for like a month and a half. I just
Yeah.
could not.
Nothing is.
Well,
as
I
good as
couldn't
it.
eat another steak because like I said, nothing on the Wagyu that I had
I
3
have to
weeks
say,
ago.
you're probably going to run us out of this part of the country, but where we are, Trader Joe's center cut filet and Costco's ribeyes are insane.
They're New York is what we've been
Yeah.
eating too.
Oh, it's so
Amazing.
stupid
Yeah.
because we don't have
The prime though.
not a
the
lot
prime
of cattle
cut.
ranchers in Los
Right.
Angeles, so
yeah.
we got to get it where we can, and we're
Yeah,
very
there's one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The one- they just march them through there. I think.
Yeah.
yeah.
They make a movie about
Going
it
down was
every
in the
year.
405.
His
just-
name is Phil, but he's a vegan, so all the
Yeah.
cows live. It's hard to get beef from him.
yeah.
God, that's why I've never. I would love to move to California. My brother lives in Oakland area, Berkeley, and I'm just like, nope, too many not beef foods out there for
No,
me.
can't do it.
I'd be skinny in a month.
Oh, you can get some good food in California.
Really good food, like
I
sushi.
You get everything there.
Sushi in LA is so good.
Yep.
So good. That's fish.
I hope
by
you
the
guys
way.
are like planning on
We
going
don't
to eat
have that
after
here.
this,
That's
right?
not meat. That's actually fish.
yeah, we don't get
From
that.
No, no, no.
the
I know.
ocean.
From the
We have
ocean.
2 minutes. Okay.
Oh, I thought he was just telling us to be more peaceful.
Yeah, I was
Right.
like, this is
Peace,
Ocon
man.
5,
Peace
everybody.
out, man.
You guys are out of control.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dudes.
Yeah.
Come
All
on.
right. So since we have a limited amount of time, let's talk about the most important question: the best sides to have with a steak.
Oh, well,
That hash browns now.
this hash
Yeah.
brown from
Holy
Binion's
God.
was stupid. I mean, seriously, just stupid. But for me, it's a baked potato. It's
Yeah, I like
gotta
that
be
too.
a baked
Classic.
potato.
At home-
Loaded?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a sour cream, green onion.
Yeah.
Well, butter first, then the
Yeah,
sour
yeah.
cream, and then the green onion. But no bacon or cheese or anything. I just
That's
like
fair.
that. That's what
That's
I
fair.
Butter comes before everything.
Yeah.
Lately, we've been grilling cauliflower and broccoli with it.
Yeah. Or those little
With
baby
olive oils.
peppers.
Yeah,
Those little
baby peppers are great.
so
yeah.
good grilled. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, yeah, I do.
and another steak.
Another
Right.
steak
Good
on
side,
top of it
yeah.
is a great.
When I cook it in the skillet, what I'll do is when I put it in the oven, I'll just take a bunch of like frozen broccoli, throw it in the skillet, and dump a bunch of the garlic butter on top of the broccoli. And while it's baking in the oven, 5-10 minutes at 425 degrees, that broccoli comes out just perfect. Just melted garlic butter on it, like real garlic too. None of that
Yeah.
powder stuff. You got to crush a clove and chop it up.
And if you're
Yeah.
feeling really frisky for me, like truffle mac and cheese.
Oh,
just-
man.
Oh yeah.
God.
Is everyone hungry now?
I'm
That would-
starving.
You know what that? You know what that would
Absolutely
be really
starving.
good with? Phineas Coffee.
Yes.
Oh.
So I hear.
I
So
don't-
we'll hear.
I don't know that I'd want coffee with that meal. I don't know.
I wouldn't know either.
And
Yeah, I guess
a
we'll never
martini
know.
Steve,
as well.
come on, man.
Yeah, we'll never know.
I'll send you some.
Okay,
I'll send
I'll
some
hold
your
you
way.
to that because I will kill for coffee.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see what I can do. So I think that's about all the time we have.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
You've learned the most important things about us.
What we
Right.
like for
really
food.
was how we like.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you like your steak?
Medium rare.
I'm a medium rare. Yeah.
Medium.
Medium rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go with
Medium. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything
Medium.
over a medium.
It's
Just
ruins.
leave right now.
Yeah, over a medium is rough.
Sacrilege.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Might as
not
well
right.
just get
It's not
jerky.
okay.
Floor leather
Yeah.
and shoe leather and ketchup. You know.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Floor leather. Let's
Floor
try
leather.
that.
Floor leather.
There
Well, that's the
linoleum is
secret.
floor
Let's
leather.
do that.
Floor
tonight.
leather.
Leather floors.
I'm glad we
Yes.
talked about food because if you
Yeah.
ever want to get to know somebody, like
That's the best
over
way.
food and
Yeah.
like through food is the best way
Yeah.
to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Or a cup of coffee.
Like from where?
I don't know. Maybe Phineas Coffee.
Yes.
Steve,
That would
I'm
be
gonna-
great.
I'm gonna cry now. This is so traumatic for me. My heroes are mocking me.
I told you to bring the coffee, man. Like it only comes in 1 pound bags. Bring a pound of coffee. Like, who cares?
Okay, where's the coffee
We'd
maker?
be eating the
I will
beans
bring my
raw.
Keurig
Yeah.
from my house and we can just put. I have the self-reusable
Sorry,
cups.
guys. I'm sorry. I
But-
failed everybody. Phineas, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You were relying on me to do work. I'm sorry.
Let's drive to Kansas tonight. Get them coffee. Come back here.
Yeah.
with-
Come back. Yes.
We'll wait. We'll just be right here.
Yeah, we will be here.
You guys gonna
Farting
be
on
here
the
tomorrow,
couch.
right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So make sure get some questions into them at their booth
Yeah,
and things
please do.
like
We've
that.
got a
Yes.
group
They've got a Q&A tomorrow.
Q&A
together.
tomorrow.
Dude,
With
we have a panel
both of
together.
us.
Are you?
at 1 p.m.
I'm not
Moderating
doing
that?
that one.
Oh.
That is Iggy, who's also from Project Nerd,
Oh.
so he'll be there with you guys.
So you just won't work with us anymore? Is it?
They won't let.
It's
I had to
restraining
share.
order?
I had to share.
Oh, okay.
They almost didn't let me on this panel
Yeah,
until
I
she
was-
short up. And I
Oh.
was like, oh, 2 and 2. We can do this.
All right.
Oh, good.
Because we
Yay.
thought originally we thought it was just gonna be Steve, so we
Yeah.
don't wanted to keep it 1-to-1.
That would
so
have
it's
been
not-
boring as hell. This
I
is
know.
much better. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Plus, his
Yeah.
life's all about balance, right?
That's true.
So
Right.
It is.
Right.
That's why I
Yeah.
have my avatar tattoos.
Yeah. Light side, dark side.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That too.
I do play a resistance pilot in Resistance.
Yeah, and
so.
I play stormtroopers. So I
Stormtroopers,
play the
yeah.
other side too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that balance, that middle path.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know, exactly.
All the way.
False is
Yes.
all about
Well, thank you
balance.
guys for being on.
Thank you for having us.
And
That
thank
was
you,
the
Phineas
silliest-
Coffee. It really
Yes.
is the best coffee
Thank
in
you.
the world.
Yes.
So we're told
Yes. We've heard.
by someone
Phineas
who might
coffee is delicious.
drink it.
The worst part is I think out of that mug, the only thing that's been drank out of it is Red Bull.
There's DNA in the bottom of this. I don't know who it belongs to.
Tyler, where's Tyler?
Tyler's around here somewhere. Yeah.
It has a face. Is that bad?
But yes, make sure to go check out Mary and Steve at their booths tomorrow. They're
Yeah.
doing all kinds of cool signings and recording intros to podcasts and things
Sure.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, go check them out and their Q&A tomorrow too.
Yep. Yep.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. May
Long
the
live
force
the
be with you.
Empire. Or may the force be with you.